Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. And I'm really excited, and I'm kind of a little emotional about the fact that Damien arrived, the new iteration of Damien, and he is, for a lack of better words, perfect. I don't even know what to say. He's so good. So if you haven't bought this doll, please do, because he's astounding. So yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. So here is the coffin. It's exactly the same as the coffin we've seen from The Exorcist and from Posey and the Variant Exorcist as well. It does have his name right here in the front, and then it has the lovely sulfur symbol with this kind of ombre effect with the white frost going up, and then you can just see his face peeking through. Now, the face that he has on is the one with the eyebrows and the longer hair, so you can see that in the box there. However, the picture of him on the back is actually... no, it is the face with the eyebrows, but it is the yellow eyes and then the shorter hair that he does come with right there. And it does say Living Dead Dolls at the bottom. Again, these coffins are really nice. They're a little sturdier than the coffins that we had seen before, and they slide on differently. So it's like a perfect fit. It fits so nicely. It definitely feels like, you know, a $120 doll that we're purchasing here, which is great because that's a high price point. You want to make sure that the quality is perfect. And Mezco has not skipped on the quality, which is really wonderful. So let's take this lid off and see what we got underneath. Just like the other dolls, we've got this kind of red plastic going on that he is nestled into, just like a coffin, and then a piece of plastic that goes over the top of that as well. And the way that this is all structured, for those of you that haven't really looked at some of the new iterations of the Living Dead Dolls prior to this video, is this little piece of plastic lifts up. The doll is still nestled in there. There's a piece of plastic that goes over top. But underneath, this is where you'll find all of the accessories to the doll as well. And that's put into sometimes two, sometimes three pieces of plastic here on the bottom. And it is just kind of nestled behind everything nicely. Also underneath this, which I'll show in a second, it does come with a piece of paper that gives you instructions on how to change out the doll's face and mess with the eyeballs and things like that, because it is a little bit confusing if you've not messed around with kind of these ball-jointed dolls in the past. So I'm going to take this plastic off and pull this out. Bear with me here for a second, just so I can have something that I can stand him on, which is his coffin, and I will pull him out so we can take a look at my favorite doll of all time. I can't get over this. He is so good. So, here he is, guys. Here is the Damien doll in his emo incredible glory. He's so beautiful, and the quality, honestly, I think the quality on Damien feels stronger than the other dolls, if I'm being, I mean, they're all really, really great quality, but this one in particular just feels solid and nice. I think one of the reasons for that is actually his boots, which, why don't we just start taking a look at his clothing altogether. I am going to have to kind of cut this video a little bit, so just bear with me, only because I don't think you want to watch me fiddle with all of the clothes and all of the face bits, which sometimes can take a little bit of time getting everything squared away exactly how they need to be, but I'll do my best to show you how everything fits together nicely. So, oh God, he's so cool. So let's start with these boots, because this is a really nice detail with him. Look at how incredibly detailed these things are. This is all part of the mold too. It's not just painted on. And even the tongue of the tongue of the boot is hard plastic. These are solid, which if you've had the other ball jointed dolls, they probably need a stand to make them stand really nicely. But because these boots are so heavy and so solid and such hard plastic, he can easily stand in a lot of different positions, and you don't have to worry about having a doll stand for him, which is a really nice detail. But again, the detail in these boots, astounding. You see the laces and everything. Even the bottom of the treads are especially detailed, which I really, really like. I don't think you can take these off. They are bulge jointed like that, so you can kind of shift the position of the foot. You could probably pop them off. And then he does have these really great socks. I was trying to get a sense if they're glued up. I don't think they are, but I wouldn't mess with them too much because I think they look really great the way that they are, like that. Yeah, but those are the boots. And then coming up, he's got, and I want to make sure I'm giving you all of the correct details here. So let me pull some of this up so you can really see what we got going on. He's got these pants. They don't have working pockets, do they? No, okay. So he's got his iconic black shorts. They fall just below the knee. They are really nicely made, and he actually has a belt, an entire working belt that goes all the way around the pants through actual loops that helps hold his pants up in place. And then there's a little bit of Velcro right here on the crotch. So it is possible to take his pants off, but they actually function like normal, I guess not pants, shorts, dress shorts here, just like the original Damien doll, but just made with much nicer quality. Now, coming up, we've got his jacket. Of course, it is a black jacket. There's no snaps to close the jacket like the original doll, but it doesn't matter. It stays nicely in place, which I do appreciate. I'll give you a bit of a 360 on this. You can see that he's got some nice sewn-in cuffs here with a little bit of kind of cording detail that exists right where those front pockets would be, right around the top of the cuff, and of course the bottom of the jacket as well. And that same material, is around the lapels of his jacket as well. And then he does have this sulfur symbol, which is like a little schoolboy. I'm gonna try to do my best to get it up there so you can see it. It's got a skull with a couple of crossbones there, and then the sulfur symbol as kind of an emblem on the front of the jacket. Now, the original Damien doll, his white shirt underneath did not have sleeves. I'm proud to say that this one does. So it is a beautiful, gorgeous, perfect white button-down shirt. Let me pull the tie aside. You can see that it does have kind of buttons here, but it is Velcroed up the front, so it does act like an actual shirt. He's got this beautiful tie, and the tie is around a little bit of ribbon. The ribbon is a little loose around his neck. I think the feel was like, hey, I'm a cool guy. It's a little slack, which is a nice detail. But another really great detail about the tie is it's not just one piece. It's got two pieces, so it actually feels like a regular tie with a full knot, and there is wire in this tie. So you can actually position it in a way to make it lay nice and flat for him, which again is a really great detail to make sure that you can display him and nothing feels out of place. Collars are perfect. They're laying down perfect. No major issues with any of this outfit, which I really, really do appreciate. He has a ball jointed doll, of course, knee joints, hip joints, torso joints, foot joints. We've got the hands, we've got the elbows. You can position him in all kinds of positions, which is really wonderful. And then of course we've got the head here. Now, let's take a look at this head, which is kind of what he's displayed on in the box. And actually, I think this might be my favorite kind of iteration of him. I'm still trying to decide what I want him to look like as I display him with the other dolls. But I like the longer hair. I think it kind of gives this dark, again, kind of an emo feel to him, which feels right for Damien. And then the white eyes are just perfect, in my opinion, so iconic. The Resurrection dolls that came out had actual pupils, which I think is why we've got another set of eyes, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, so starting with the faceplate, very simple, no lip, a pretty straightforward eyebrow, a little bit of kind of pink shading around the eyes, and then the white iconic eyeballs. There are circles within these white eyes, so you can kind of see that those are white pupils as well, which makes it even more haunting in my opinion. But again, a really simple, straightforward face for Damien. So I want to show you, let me set him off to the side. The white paper that comes with all of the dolls. And basically it gives you a rundown of how to open up the face and change what you need to with the eyes and the hair and everything. So if you have any questions about how it works, it's all right there. And then there is, just kind of some disclaimers about it not being toys meant for children and stuff like that. The highly articulated, strive for accuracy, scale aesthetics. So really nice little piece there. And then each one of them are made for the specific doll that it is that you're messing around with. So this one says Damien right here at the top. And Exorcist said Exorcist, Sadie said Sadie, and I'm sure Sin, when she arrives, will say Sin. But that's that. So let's take a look at how we kind of take apart his face and change out the different options that he comes with. So we'll start with the hair. The hair is pretty easy. You just kind of take the hair and pull up. Well, now got it locked in place pretty nicely. Hold on one second. I said it was really easy. There we go. And it pops right off like that. So you can see that it's got two little pieces of plastic which kind of connect to the top of the head here. You can see where that attaches right there. Now, if you're finding that your hair falls off really easily, it's because you do not have the faceplate lined up. So sometimes with the eyes on the inside, it can get a little tricky. So you want to make sure that these seams really are sealed nicely, and that should hold the hair in place much, much better. So when you're taking off the faceplate, you want to kind of hold on to the head, grab hold of the ears, and pull straight forward. Just like that, and it will pop off from this base. That's what he looks like without the face, and this is what you got underneath. Now, there is this set of eyes and this little black piece which helps you articulate the pupil, so you can't really tell because his eyes are white in this one, but when we put in the yellow eyes, you'll be able to see that you can kind of move around and change the way that he is looking, which is a nice detail. But yeah. So I'm going to leave this set aside and we're going to take a look at some of the accessories, and then we'll put on his accessories so you can kind of see what the different iterations of him looks like. So again, here are the accessories that he comes with. I'm going to open this up. Again, this plastic holds everything in nicely, which is a perfect little detail. Again, here's the breakdown. Now I've taken off some of the protective covering that was on some of these things just when I was taking a look at them. The books in particular, there's some plastic on the center book. There's plastic over this other set of hair. And I think that was it. But yeah. So let's start with the hats. Now, I will display the hats on him when I put him back together, but he does have his iconic hat, which is like a gray felt with a little black brim here. White around the outside. Sorry, there we go. Or white around the rim there. That's kind of to just make sure that it holds its shape nicely. So that is one hat. And then he does also have this felt crown, which I think is absolutely adorable. Now, I will say that both of these hats were pretty tight when I was trying to display them on him, and it doesn't like nestle down perfectly on his head. So you do have to kind of finagle it a little bit if you want to display him with one of the hats. I also took a little time to try to just kind of, spread the hats a little bit. I think during the manufacturing it was made a little tight, and so we want to make sure there's some give on that hat as well. So just be aware that you might have to finagle it with these a little bit, but still great, not a big deal. Here is the second faceplate. Boom. This faceplate is very similar. Let me take the eyes out of this one. Very similar to the other. The only difference really is a little bit more shadow around these eyes here, and then of course no eyebrows. And I'm having a hard time deciding on which one I want to display because I think both are haunting for different reasons. But that's the other faceplate. We have his iconic, just made a little bit better slingshot. It's so nice. It actually has elastic cord. It could be used as an actual slingshot, but it is plastic. You can see the wood detail that exists on this, and then this kind of faux leather here at the bottom. Again, like everything was made with such precision and such love that I really do appreciate that, Mezco. We've got his other hair, which is a little bit more like berries and cream, a little derpy in my opinion, but still cute, shorter haircut. And again, I'll show this in just a second, what it looks like. We've got the second set of eyes. These eyes are gold in color, a little bit similar to the eyes that we saw on the Resurrection doll. And so let me just do this so you can kind of see how it looks in a face. I think that'll give you a better sense of what the eyeballs look like. Again, I said I wasn't gonna futz with this too much while I was recording, but I want you to see the eyes in place. So there they are in place. You can really get a good look at what they look like. Really haunting, beautiful golden eyes with a small little pupil there. Pretty incredible, in my opinion. Then we've got 3 more hands. One is kind of the holding hand, which allows him to hold his slingshot. And then we've got one that looks like it can hold a gun. And then one that's kind of pointing. Those are 2 right hands and 1 left hand. His hands that are on the mold itself are just straight down, kind of iconic Living Dead Doll's hands. So nice that you can change those out. The gun hand, I'm not sure. I need to look at the accessories that have come with him. I think that's one of the reasons that it exists, because I'm not sure it can hold anything other, because it doesn't hold the slingshot. Yeah, so I think it has to do with the accessories that came in the pack. So we'll take a look at that. And then we've got this ruler, which a lot of people have been asking questions about. Again, iconic, like schoolboy stuff. It does say Eerie Demon Milk on it, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, which I thought was really clever. That Eerie Demon Milk, I think that's a reference to kind of back in the 1950s, 1960s. These rulers were sponsored by milk companies. And so they would oftentimes have milk branding on them. I could be wrong with that, so I might be telling you wild lies, but I'm pretty sure that's where that comes from. And then we've got this so beautiful book set. So they're bound in pieces of leather, and all of these are separate. So it is actually holding these books in place. It's not part of the plastic. You can actually take these books out, which I am going to do right now. So these bits of leather slide right off. Boom, boom, boom. Set that up to the side. And you have 3 beautiful books. And also hidden in here is where you're going to find his death certificate, which we'll take a look at in just a second. But first, let's look at the books. Now, they don't open, but the design and the quality of these pieces are really great. They are hard plastic, very similar to the boots that we saw on him. And I'm dropping things. It does say Scriptures of the Damned, this one here, boom. And again, that's all part of the mold. It's not just painted on, and you can see the beautiful detail there. We've got Stories for Children, and then it's got like a kind of a demon face on it, which is pretty incredible. Again, boom, boom, boom. There you can see that one. And then lastly, we've got The Summoning, second book. I can't really read that. Again, I've got terrible eyes, so, but you can see some kids summoning a demon there, probably sin, frankly. And there we go. They are so, so beautiful, so, so iconic. Well done, Mezco, on this. And then, of course, we've got his death certificate, which we've seen the death certificate hidden on all of the dolls. This is him in the crown and the shorter hair, sitting down. And we've got his poem right there. Yeah. So I am going to probably display him with these books and keep this this death certificate hidden within them, because I just think that they are so cool and so beautiful. And then lastly, hidden behind this piece, you're going to find a third piece of plastic, kind of similar to what we saw with, oh, there goes all the hands, Sadie. And that is an overcoat that is made out of felt. And this is a really nice piece. It's pretty simple, just a long jacket. It's got 3 buttons on each side there. It does Velcro down the middle, so you can close this for him if you'd like. And then it does have that same emblem that exists on his jacket that he's normally wearing. Now, let's change out the face. I'm going to show you, this video is a little long, I apologize, but I just want to make sure I'm giving you kind of a thorough look at everything. Here's the faceplate, right? This other faceplate. The eyeballs go into this little black mechanism, which locks right here in between those eyes. So you can see I just push it into place. And that is what holds it where it needs to be. Boom. You want to make sure that it's in there nice and tight and that your eyes are positioned the way that you want them to be positioned, right? Once that's done, then this whole piece slides together here. Now, this is where it can get a bit tricky because if it's not all lined up correctly, it doesn't want to go on. I might have lucked out here because I think I got it. Yep, I think I did. There we go. So there it is on and in place. Again, look at your seams, make sure there's no gaps because you want to make sure that the hair is held nicely. Now, with this shorter hair, it is a little difficult to get it on without the hair being stuck in the head kind of mold. You know, like it getting pinched between his scalp and the hairline. So it takes some finagling to get it all pulled out and in place. And then you've got the shorter hair on Damien. There you go. But yeah, I will say that this hair feels not quite as full as the other one. But again, if it was too full, I think you wouldn't be able to display him with his crown or his hat, which you want to be able to do. So see how I mean that the hat kind of sits a little on top. So it might be better to just kind of put it in a certain angle or something because it doesn't nestle all the way down perfectly on his head. It almost kind of sits on top a little bit. And same with his other iconic hat. Boom, there we go. But this doll is so incredible, you guys. I can't tell you how much I love him. I didn't cry, I would say, but I definitely got a little verklempt when I opened him last night, just because he is everything I needed him to be. And I'm just so happy that these dolls are still being produced. You know, I want to thank the guys, thank Mezco, Damien in particular, for being so great to me over the years. I've been collecting these dolls for 24 years now, is that right? And he was the very first doll that I ever bought. And so to have this iteration of him is kind of astounding. So, love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And Sin is already processing, so we probably will see her, you know, in a month or two, if that. So I'm really, really excited to get her and to get Posey, and I just hope that we still get more of them after the original 5 because these dolls are beautiful. Please, if you were on the fence, go out and buy him because he is perfection. All right. Take care, everybody. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.